Hello and welcome to the Morgan and Dom podcast. I am the aforementioned Dom, coming to you from the future. Well, the past now, but the future in relation to the rest of this episode, which was originally broadcast on the 27th of April 2015. And on that date, we did do an entire hour of radio. However, the technical gods were not with us that day, and so we've only got the recording from about the first half. Depending on how you feel about our show, that may be a disappointment or a great source of relief.
Attention. This is the post-apocalyptic broadcasting service. It has been 482 days and nights since the event. Food rations are suspiciously high. The authorities are investigating this anomaly. There will be no supplies delivered this week. Your 7-day outlook is moderate to heavy radiation storms. You are reminded to stay inside in small groups. If you venture outside, you risk contamination. It is now time for your scheduled entertainment broadcast.
Hello, wonderful people of the post-apocalypse. Welcome to Morgan and Dom's Doomsday broadcast. It is a lovely Monday morning, and I hope that
lovely is a strong word for it, Dominic.
I hope that you are finding some good shelter from the radiation and from.
Remember to wear your sunscreen.
Remember to wear your sunscreen.
Factor, what is it? 120 now? We're up to
something like that. Yeah. Actually, I think it's 1200.
Oh, 1,200 factor.
Yeah, that's the one. Make sure you do. Change your lead-lined wall filters every 7 weeks. How you doing, Morgan?
I'm good. How are you, Dominic?
Pretty good.
Got a show today.
We do.
We can't promise it's good, but we've got a show.
We can never promise it's good.
We've definitely got a show. We can promise that.
Okay.
And we're both on time.
We are both on time for the first time in what feels like forever.
Yeah, I think we're doing good today. So
I will admit my train was having a lot of issues this morning, but I managed to get here on time because I'd prepared, not thanks to the train system's fault.
That is wonderful. Today we've got some segments.
What have we got coming up? Yes.
We've got some segments. I talk movies again. It's been a while.
Very good.
And then we've got some news and then just some general discussion.
Just some general discussion
but
about the world around us. Morgan.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing a very important public service
yes,
here.
This is a public service
bringing
station.
up the biggest issues of the day.
Yeah. And as usual, we also have some lovely music. So we're going to kick the show off with some tunes for today. So we'll be back in a couple minutes, guys.
You're listening to Morgan and Dom's Doomsday broadcast. morgananddom.com.
Oh, straight in with it.
Oh. Absolutely.
So if people haven't guessed, we're doing one of the segments that involves the game show music.
Yes, one of our many game show music segments.
This was a new one for this year. We've had 2 rounds so far.
Yeah, this is round number 3.
This is round number 3.
I hope people like this one.
It's called Turning Japanese, in case people haven't listened to the show before.
We're not going to comment on that.
No, we're not going to comment. I'm just going to tell you what I do. I take song lyrics, I put them into Google Translate into Japanese, and translate back again, and it changes them. And Dom has to guess what the song lyrics are as I read them out. Are you ready, Dominic?
I will. I am.
You are?
I will attempt to guess the lyrics, and I am ready to do that.
That's all I ask of you today, Dominic.
Okay.
All right. Ready? This is the first song.
Okay.
Sugar, please, yes. You come, you don't have to put it to me, 'cause I are in the right here. Little love, a little sympathy, yeah, shows you I love good. It I make okay. In my life need a little sweetness. Sugar, please, yes. You come, you do not have to put it to me.
It's not called Sugar, is it?
It is called Sugar. Do you know who it's by?
I got no idea.
It's by Maroon 5. It's pretty popular at the moment.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
We might play it later on.
Yeah. No, I know that one. I like that one. Okay.
Sugar was repeated. So
Sugar was repeated a lot. That was a little bit easy.
All right. Next one. Are you ready?
Yep.
Well, thick skin and elastic heart that I have. However, your blade, it might be too sharp until you pull hard. Until you two pull hard. I'm like a rubber band. Yeah, I have a snap. I will move quickly. However, you do not appear to pieces me, because I have the elastic mind.
Elastic mind. That sounds like a quote
from something like like
Well, that's yeah.
You
I don't know where they got mined from.
that poem that they go in from that they read in Interstellar. It sounds like it should be part of that.
Oh, like Into the Dark.
Yeah, do not go gentle into that good night, for you have an elastic mind. It's like,
do you have any?
It's Elastic Heart.
Oh, it is.
It's
oh,
very
that's
much
not by who?
Elastic Heart. Oh,
She's Australian.
Oh, is she?
I have thick skin and an elastic heart.
Oh no, the song.
Covers her face.
Can I?
Got the blonde
Oh
bob.
yes, of course.
You don't know her
Sia.
name. Yeah, it is Sia.
Yes.
Wonderful job there, my friend.
you.
Wonderful
Thank you
job.
very
All right, this one is I like this band. I really do. So you ready? This
Yep.
is a good band. All right.
Is it Blink 182?
It is not.
Damn.
We immortality likely cause for a long time, not only for a long time, and I live with me forever now. You I draw a black out curtain down for a long time, not only for a long time. This is in a movie as well. Recent Disney movie, also in conjunction with another company called Marvel. Can you name the movie?
Is it? Are we going to talk about it later on?
No.
Is it that one? No. Then I don't know.
It's Big Hero 6.
Oh, okay.
This song is
I haven't seen
in the
that
movie. Yep.
Can you read me out the lyrics again?
We immortality likely cause for a long time, not only for a long time, and I'll live with me forever now. You I draw a blackout curtain down for a long time, not only for a long time.
It's got to be like forever something, doesn't it? Like
No, the song's called Immortals.
Immortals.
Yeah. We could be immortals.
Oh yes,
that
I
one.
am vaguely familiar with
do you
that
know?
one.
Do you know the band?
I couldn't tell you.
Fallout Boy.
Of course.
My five. All right, this one.
We're
hopefully.
gonna have to talk about Fallout Boy being one of your favorite bands. I think
Well, they used to be good. They're not as good anymore.
that's why we're gonna have to talk about.
Okay, well we can. All right,
not
so we got
2006
two more.
anymore.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
All right. Every time you take off your clothes, I hear a symphony in my head. Just this song wrote to see you. Ooh, yeah, the drum they are low swing and trumpet they go.
Oh, it's so familiar. Oh.
Every time you take off your clothes, I can't do it.
You've got to sing it. Come on.
I can't. It doesn't fit. It's every time you take off your clothes bit, and every time you get undressed is the actual lyric. And it's really high pitched. I'll give you hints by Jason Derulo. That's the artist.
Oh, this is the only. Is this like the new one that's come out that
No.
doesn't have Jason Derulo at the start? I want
No.
to talk about that at some point because that's just a
Well, okay, we can talk about
complete
that.
break from form. No. Is it by Jason Derulo?
Yes.
Then can I get a half point for that?
Yeah, I told you who it was.
Almost.
If I were to go in the
Okay.
trumpet, they go bum bum ba da 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 ba 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 da. No.
It's not.
The song is called Trumpets by Jason Derulo. Every
it's
time
not-
you get undressed, I hear trumpets in my head. They go ba da.
I know the song. I should have known that. I'm sorry.
Come on, Dominic. Also,
I'm so
Dominic
sorry.
wanted me to keep him updated. We have one listener, apparently.
Yay! Hello, welcome.
All right, you get just in time for the final. Ready? This is the final round. Last song.
Okay, let's go.
It's going down. I cried the wood. You better movement, better dance than you. You of do not remember. It's trying to make the night. I will be one you will not forget.
Oh, okay. So that last line's the giveaway, isn't
Is it?
That's quite close to what it is, isn't it?
No.
Isn't it? No.
The first line was.
The first line. What's the first line?
It is going down. I cried the wood.
Oh.
I will sing it if you want to.
Yes, please.
It's
do.
going down. I'm yelling. I cried the wood. I'm gonna sing the actual lyrics then.
That's ridiculous.
I
No,
cried
what's the
wood.
last line?
I will be one you will not forget.
Yeah, that's a giveaway.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the song?
It's Timber
Oh, okay.
by Kesha and
He's a state. No, he's a state.
Lowrider.
Yeah. Is that a state or a city? I don't know. I don't know enough about America. But yeah. So you got that? It was Kesha. Do you know Kesha did most of the work for that, and then I only just got like a stupid little. You can stop the game show.
Oh,
music.
sorry.
We're over.
Yes.
So yeah, that was Timber. Almost.
Timber. Yes.
Timber by
Timber
Flowrider and Kesha,
Yes.
namely Kesha, and that was another successful segment of turning.
How many points did I get?
None.
You didn't count.
You didn't have any.
What do you mean? I got the Kesha one.
You did terribly.
At least.
You did horribly today, Dominic.
Oh, it's not okay.
So you want to go to another song, then we'll come back and discuss some things.
You know what?
What?
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
So this song is one of the ones we just talked about. See if you recognise it. Let's go.
You're listening to Morgan and Dom's Doomsday broadcast. Subscribe to the show on iTunes, morgananddom.com.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, both of you, actually.
Yeah, hello to our 2 listeners currently listening via 3ssr.org.
I'm not sure how accurate that is.
Neither.
I don't know why it's there. I think they might actually be thousands. So
yeah, I think it just shows like 2, but there's a whole heap of zeros that it's not showing.
Yeah, because it just chops them off. It's badly coded.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Journalism, Dominic.
Well, yes, what happened this week that I'd like to talk about, and it ties into something we're going to talk about later in the program, and I think this is a good way to segue in, is the Robert Downey Jr. interview.
Yes. Where he walked out of an interview.
He walked out of an interview, and after watching the video...
I have also watched it, so we're both well informed.
It rightly so, I think.
Yes, I believe he was rightly so. It was a movie promotion for Age of Ultron, which we will also talk about later. And the guy, the interviewer, I'm not sure who it was. I'm not familiar with American interview hosts or anything. Started asking questions about his past that he didn't want to talk about. I think he was from
some sort of daytime or entertainment program or something like that.
And Robert Downey did not like that one bit,
which I think is completely fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's completely founded.
If you get booked to talk about a film and then somebody comes at you with a whole bunch of personal questions you're not expecting.
Also, I'm sure he's said everything he's had to say about stuff. Like Quentin Tarantino was interviewed that one time, and he's like, "If you want my opinion on that sort of stuff, I've talked about it. That's not what I'm here to talk about." That's a similar situation as well.
And if you are going to talk about that stuff, you go to some, if you want to talk about it, you go to a reporter that you respect and trust.
You don't want to just
talk about
you don't want to be
like, or you.
I mean, like it's essentially we've asked you here to talk about the movie, and they just jumped you with all these questions, and it's a bit rude.
So I think that leads us into a discussion about journalism and journalistic ethics, because
which is good because I'm studying that this semester, Dominic.
Well, yes, you are. So tell me, did you discuss this at all in your studies?
Discuss what?
The Robert Downey Jr. thing.
Well, it happened last week, and I haven't had a class in that subject since. So no.
Fair enough. So no. I wonder if you will this week.
I'm sure I'll bring it up if I can.
But I think especially today, with the internet, I think it's quite
the outernet.
The outernet.
The internet. I don't know.
The internet. I think it's an internet.
The outernet is the rest of the world.
Pretty sure that term's not up for debate.
All right. Okay. Continue then.
But I mean, these days you've got it's like a spectrum from like respected journalism and media all the way through to like my blog.
Yeah, we've talked about this. What makes a journalist a journalist? Mm-hmm.
And so, and I think a large part of what makes a journalist is having that training and those
respect for ethics.
I mean, I'm absolutely not a journalist. I don't ever claim to be one.
Or shock jocks.
I occasionally do pretend to be one, but
definitely.
I'm absolutely not a journalist. I just play one on the internet sometimes, but there are a lot of people, I think, who claim to be journalists, but aren't.
Citizen journalists.
Not even citizen journalists. Because I think citizen journalists are doing something very important as well. I think within those 2 categories, or within those 3 categories, you've got journalists, sort of citizen journalists, and then just a bunch of people saying what they think.
Oh, opinionators.
You've got a whole bunch. Well, you've got these levels of people that are doing it correctly and doing it incorrect.
By the book.
I mean, you get a citizen journalist who absolutely follows the protocols of any other sort of trained and employed by a large news agency journalist. And then you've got other people who just sort of stick cameras in people's faces and then call themselves
not even
journalists.
Cameras, it's phones now.
Exactly.
Phones in people's faces.
Phones. And I think that's a really difficult place to be, because I have a great respect for journalists and journalism. I think it's one of the most important professions. Mm-hmm. But I think we're losing a lot of the sort of, especially with the internet and things like that, we're losing a lot of the respect
integrity
that goes along with that. Your thoughts?
I believe the internet has had an effect on journalism, which I also believe it's affected. This is one of the first things we learnt in my class. Journalism's for the people. You want to tell them stuff what they need, that you think they need to know, that you think that's important to society in general.
Yes.
Not what we want to know. I think in an effort to get ratings or polls and stuff, journalism is what people want to hear. I was listening to the radio on the way to uni today, and not to promote other radio shows, but
Well, don't.
okay, well I won't mention what it was then. But they were talking about how they were listening to the news, and there was 3 events.
Yep.
And I'll tell you the 3 events. There was the Bali 9, the issue that's going on now with their execution possibly, the earthquake in Nepal, and then the Port Adelaide supporter, I'm pretty sure, who pressed a charge against Richmond's coach. Yep. And they were talking about the order that stuff should go in and how it's relevant. And I don't.
Okay.
And they said that they asked their news reporter to come on, and she said she'd done it multiple ways throughout the day. But the way the guy said he saw it reported was like Nepal.
Yep.
Footy incident. Bali 9.
That seems reasonable to me.
I think it's reasonable, except I don't think with those 2 things there, you don't need the footy one. Except that we're like in Australia, it's a big footy thing, but that's what people want. Do they need to hear that sort of thing?
Well, I mean, where's the line there? What's the difference between what people want to know and what they need to know?
And I'm sure we had a riveting conversation about precisely that. Unfortunately, we don't have the tape of that. So, sorry about that. I am actually quite inclined now to give you my thoughts on ethics in journalism from now on and about that debate of what we want to know versus what we need to know. However, I think what I'll do is save that for a future episode of our podcast. If you'd like to hear what this show normally sounds like, then you can head on over to morgananddom.com/subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast and maybe get some of the more recent, more full-length shows. For now, though, this has been a quite short episode of the Morgan and Dom Show, which, to be honest, I'm only uploading so that the numbers match up.